I want to tell you that for most people who have achieved a lot of things in life, they make habit of setting goals for themselves. Are you with me? Goal setting is very, very important if you must uh, achieve remarkable things in life. And what's a goal? A goal is simply a dream with a deadline. What do I say? A dream with a deadline is goal. Tell me the person who knows how to set a goal, and I will tell you somebody who have achieved a lot of things in life. A lot of person want be to find opportunities in their life to be at a top position and the rest of them. But can I tell you that some of this top position doesn't happen like that? I said the other time that the only future we have to enjoy is the future we prepare for. Do you understand me? There is no future to enjoy except the one you prepare for. If you must enjoy a better future, you must learn how to set goal in your life. Goal setting, like I said, is a dream with a deadline. Ambitions don't necessarily come true. Goals come true. If I should ask you your ambition in life, and you tell me those wonderful dreams of yours, I want to be a doctor, I want to be the governor, I want to be the president, I want to be a CEO. Is that not true? Can I tell you that some of the persons out there, or once have dreams like you do? Is it correct? Talk to me. Do you think there's anybody who, when they were younger, said, my dream is actually to end up a ballot pusher? Do you think anybody will say that? But the question is, are there people who are pushing ballot today? Yes. So if those things were not their dreams, how come that they eventually landed there? It is because of their inability to differentiate between ambition and goal. So ambition is mere wish, and the last time I checked, wishes never come true. Do you understand? Yes, wishes don't come true necessarily. What comes true is a wish that you draw out a plan for, and that is called a goal. So a goal is a dream with a deadline. So if I said I'm going to be a doctor, I should be able to say I'm going to be a doctor in the next 5 years, 7 years, or 10 years of my life. That's called a goal. Can I tell you characteristics of a goal? Number one is that goal must be written down. Anything that you say you are going to become in life, and if you do not take the pain to write them down and describe it, I can tell you, you will not have it in your life. The taking the pain to describe the future you want to enjoy is a serious approach to tell the nature that you actually want this. Because everybody has one ambition. So, but when you say, this is my goal, and you put it down, it is indication that you are serious about it. So one of the elements of goal setting is the ability to write it and describe it. Are you following? Another element of goal is vision. What's a vision? Vision is your ability to see your tomorrow from today. Am I speaking to you? Yes. The ability to see your tomorrow from today is called vision. Vision has three characteristics. Number one is called foresight. Two is called insight. And three is called hindsight. A foresight is like using a telescope. You know what's called a telescope? A telescope is this device that civil engineers use while they're building road that have tripod stand. I don't know if you've seen that. Didn't have loads of before. You get? So that particular gadget has the capability to see a very far distance if there is no obstruction. Are you with me? But that particular device may not be able to see what is on the leg of the tripod. So vision has to do with seeing what is not reality around you. You are not following me. Do you get? So if you say you have a vision, don't focus on your present reality. Maybe in your present reality, you can't even feed yourself 3 square meals. and you said you want to enjoy a day when you can give people car, house. Do you understand? It's called a vision. Do you understand me? So vision doesn't have to look like what is happening around you. If it's looking like what is happening around you, I can tell you it's not a vision. Do you understand me? Just like the children of Israel, the Bible said that we are to live in a land that flows with milk and honey. But these are people who don't can't boast of 3 square meals without suffering. You understand? Because in those days, land flowing with milk and honey is like saying, I'm going to live in a city that silver and gold is in the street. You can go to the street and pick raw gold and silver. Do you understand this? So it is something beyond what the present reality were in those days. But it was a vision. So your vision, don't be afraid to make big plan for your life. Do you understand? The important thing you need to do is to catch the vision. Don't be afraid to make big plan. Once it looks like your present reality, it is not a vision. So vision has to have what? Foresight. That's the first thing. The second characteristic of vision is that it needs to have insight. Insight is like using a microscope to view an object. You know the function of a microscope. They sees minute organisms that can be made clear to the eyes. You understand? So on this table, we can find it's possible to get a lot of microorganisms here. We can't find it because we don't have a microscope. You understand? So introduction of microscope introduce the world to numerous life organisms that are not visible to the eye, but they cause trouble. Some are also beneficial. Do you understand it now? So what it means is that insight in vision helps you to see details. Do you understand? Because when you bring something like an electron microscope, you could see organelles that are not visible with a light microscope or compound microscope. We have different types of microscope. Do you understand? There are certain for microorganisms like maybe vibrio or maybe flagellated bacilli. You may not be able to see the flagella with a compound microscope. You may see some that look like organism with a compound microscope, but the electron microscope will give you details. So what I'm saying in essence is that a vision is the one that is able to give detail. What do we mean by that? It doesn't stop at saying I want to be the governor of this state, I want to be the president, I want to travel abroad. The point is that what does it take for me to do that? That is called detail. Do you understand me now? What does it take for me to get to that point? Because if you ever dream, think of big things, and you never come home to say, what am I going to do on a daily basis to achieve this? I want to tell you, you never achieve it. So the first thing is to actually picture the future in your mind. And second thing is actually for you to come home and say, how do I go about it? That's why whenever you set a goal in your life, you must be able to break that goal into achievable form. Can I tell you? What makes 5 years is actually 365 days times 5. Is that correct? A year is 365 days, right? So 5 years is simply 365 days times 5. All right? Now, each day is 24 hours, meaning that 5 years means 24 hours times 365 times 5. If I have a 5 years plan, I need to break it down in such a way that there is something I do with every hour of my life that gets me to my goal. You are not following me. That is called detail. That is called giving detail. So if there is nothing you do on a daily basis that guarantee you or that takes you to where you hope to be, I want to tell you, you will not be there. Each time we talk about vision, future, or whatever, we always think of something somewhere that is yet to come, that is not reality today. To me, future is not that way. To me, future is what I do today that points to where I want to be tomorrow. Do you understand me? there is no future to enjoy except the one you prepare for. So if you actually want to enjoy it, part of what you need to do there is actually to do something on a daily basis that gets you to where you want to be. It's a principle. Like some of you want to enter school next year. It doesn't come by accident, my dear. It comes by you making your UTME examination. Is that correct? Now, making the UTME examination means covering up the syllabus. Is that correct? Covering up the syllabus means I must read, I must divide the things I'm supposed to cover with the number of days I have, so that each day I know I have 3 topics to cover. So that by the time the 3 months or 4 months that is left for the examination comes, I have been able to cover up the syllabus. That will then give me a platform to make my goal achievable. I don't know if you are following me. Hello, am I still talking to you? So what I'm saying in essence is that we need to come to the realization that mansions are not built by itself. Do you understand that? Whatever you want to have, you must go for it. You must have a plan for it. You must have a day. You must have a breakdown of what you must do on a daily basis that gets you to where you want to be. That is called insight. You need to give the detail. So after you have said, I want to be this, I want to achieve this, I want to drive, I want to have a lot of things, what are your plans towards that? It is called goal setting. Are we together? So that vision, we need to have foresight, insight, and then hindsight. Now let me explain the hindsight. Hind, that's what I mean by hind. Hindsight is backwards. You understand? Hindsight is like using a rear view mirror, side mirrors or rear view mirror when you are driving. Now, when you are driving, you will discover that side mirror tells you about the vehicle coming behind you. Is that correct? Actually, that thing have nothing to do with where you are going, but they are important because it can stop you. Somebody said in Onisha, when you want to drive safely, you need to drive other people's car and also drive your own. Is it correct? Yes, so that if somebody may want to overtake you wrongly. If you say I'm in my right, both of you will hit yourself and you stop and you won't go where you're going. Do you understand? So hindsight is a type of vision or a type of sight that tells you things to avoid. Do you understand me? So after one have had a vision of where you want to be, you need to ask yourself, what are the possible things that can stop me? Am I speaking to you? What are the possible things that can stop me from where I am going? Those are called hindsight. So I can be able to avoid it. There are certain ones that I can avoid and the ones that I cannot avoid. There are ones I have control over, I will control them. So that the ones I don't have control over, I can leave them for fate. You understand? When I enter university, I ask myself, what are the things that make people not to graduate? Because, I didn't have the privilege that some of you had. I didn't have somebody to train me in university, even secondary school. So my secondary education at my university, I trained myself. In fact, God trained me. Let me use that word. You understand? So I can't afford going in there and not graduating. So I asked myself, what are possible things that make people not to graduate? I answered myself with a few answers I have. There are a number of things that make people not to graduate, right? Including cultism. If you enter cult and maybe you are caught, you may be expelled. Abi? What again? Skipping of the class. If you are to attend classes and you don't attend and say, I can maneuver it, that will make you to fail and you not graduate. You understand? There are ones I can control, like that of the skipping of the class, like that of cultism. I can control them by not entering court, by avoiding one of those things. But there are ones I can't control because there are people who do not graduate because maybe their sponsor died. You understand? Or maybe something happened that shaped their financial life and they couldn't go further. So those ones are fate. I may not be able to control them. But there are ones within my reach that I can control. So let me avoid those ones so that I can not stop myself on the vision of becoming a graduate in the next 5 years. Do you understand me now? So you will need to sit down to ask yourself, on this vision I have. That's why you remember the trend I'm following to teach you this. I started by you discovering who you are. You understand? And I entered in you defining your destination. So by now, I suppose you should have been able to set goal, your vision for yourself, where you want to be, so that you can now apply this goal setting to get it done. I don't know if you are following me. So it is important in goal setting to have a vision, and vision has these three characteristics. Do you understand? So if you must set a goal and achieve that goal, first thing you need to do is to ensure that the goal is realistic. What do I say? Set a realistic goal. Set a realistic goal. A realistic goal is a goal you know it is achievable at every point in time. Yes, I said earlier, don't be afraid to make big plans. But after you have made big plan, do you have the capacity to do, even if it is little by little? Because it is better to be walking slowly than to be standing still. Do you understand that? So what are the things I'm going to be doing one after another to ensure that I get this done within the shortest time? The truth of the matter is that human beings are not limited by the color of their skin, not by the place of their birth, but by the size of their hope. Do you get that? So the only thing that can limit you is your inability to believe in yourself and your future. Not about the way you are coming from, not about your financial status, not about your parents, not about your village. It's about the size of your vision and your hope in life. If you can see it, you can achieve it. If you can't see it, you can't achieve it. One of the greatest tools, one of the days I'm going to talk to you about your imagination, our mind. One of the greatest tools that we have to conquer things around us is the mind. I'm going to teach you how to use your mind aright, because it's important to learn it in the course of time, but not today. So what I want you to understand is that goal setting is important. A life without a goal can it's like a wheelbarrow that can move to a point where other people push it. A life without a goal is like a ball that is rolling without direction. Goal setting gives your life direction. It helps you to locate where to channel your energy. It helps you to know that any way is not the way. Do you understand me? When you set a goal in your life, it will also help you to avoid certain friends around you. Can I tell that everybody mustn't be your friend? Am I talking to you? There are certain persons that when you come across them as friends, they will going to hinder your progress. But when you do not have a goal, you may not know which should be your friend. Goal setting helps you to identify things that are important in your life and things that are not important in your life. Also, things that are important and urgent, and things that are important but not urgent. Do you understand? And also things that are neither important nor urgent. In your priority list, I am thinking that things that are important and urgent should come first, followed by things that are important but not urgent. And maybe the ones that are neither important nor urgent should be eliminated possibly. Do you understand me? So it is important for us to know that goal setting is one key that we need to attain miles in our life. Set goal at each point in time. Don't live your life an empty slate. Whatever life gives to me is what I'm going to take. No, have a focus. Have a plan. Be expectant. Know what you're expecting at each and every point in time in your life. Until you learn to set a goal, there are heights you cannot cross in life. Until you learn to set a goal, there are things you cannot achieve. Goal setting is of utmost importance for anybody who want to make a difference in every sector of life. The man who sets a goal knows that every minute of his life counts. As you see me, I have nothing like free time. You see me, so there is nothing like free time for me. For every point in time I have, there is something I'm doing with that. And that's why sometimes when people want to see me, they say, we don't even know which time to come and we'll get your attention. So there's no time you come and get my attention. Just if you want to come, let me make out time. I can be attending to what I'm doing and then attending to you. But as for say, today I'm not doing anything, I'm not going anywhere. No, I have no such time. If I leave this place, I'm going to attend to some patients out there. Do you understand me? And so on and so forth. What I'm not trying to make you not to have a free time or rest in your life, but I'm saying let us be productive by making sure that every minute of our life counts. There is something you are pursuing, there's something you are looking forward to. Even when you want to enter online, have purpose of why do I want to go online? What do I want to learn? It is not having this purpose that will make people to enter Facebook. 3 hours they have not come out. They don't even know when they spend that time there. Because they don't have goal, they don't have aim of going there. Because once you enter online, there must be something good to see. Something interesting is always there. But the one who has a goal knows I only have 20 minutes to do my Facebook, whatever. You understand? So that I can use the next minute to listen to certain things on YouTube. I'm learning. I'm going to use this other time to look at this other thing. You understand me? Your time will be productive. I am talking about goal setting. The one who sets a goal uses his time well. One of the valuable resources that we have is our time. You understand? Everybody in this life has the same measure of time. Is that correct? 24 hours. But how is it that some persons achieve more in that 24 hours and others don't? It is a matter of how they use it. Can I encourage you today? Don't spend your time again. Invest your time. Whatever you spend is gone and gone forever. But whatever you invest will come back with dividends. Do you understand me? So instead of spending your weekend, please invest your weekend. Invest your weekend. Do you understand me? Invest your weekend. Don't waste that time. Make every minute of your life count. Know the things that are important. And this time around, you are preparing for exam. It should be the one of the top priority in your life. And if it is a top priority, you should know that early morning I should spend 1 or 2 hours on my books. You are smiling. It's good you smile. That's the indication that you don't do that. but it's important you set that priority. So that I know if I have 3 topics, because I said every of you should do this. Do you want to write JAMB? You have 4 subjects to write. Maybe you are going to pure arts, law, public, political science or thereabout. That you have literature, English, government, and CLS. If that's your dream, you have the responsibility to go and say, how many topics do I need to cover in English? Add it to how many I need to cover in government. Add it to that of CLK and literature. If you have about 400 topics, for example, what time is remaining? This is November. I have November, I have December, I have January, I have February. Yeah, you need to stop at February because March should be revision. You understand? So if I have 4 months to cover 400 topics, you understand? It then means that each month is 100 topics. Is that okay? I should cover 100 topics in each month. If I must cover 100 topics in each month, how many days do I have in a month? it is 30 days. Is that correct? Now 30, 100 divided by 30 is about 3 point something, abi? So I have about 4 topics to cover on a daily basis. You understand it now? I have about 4 topics to cover, and that if that is what you've calculated, then how am I going to do that to be able to achieve that on a daily basis? That means I will wake up by 4 a.m. to cover 2. Yes. Then before I go to bed in the night, I will cover another 2. It's not, but that's the logic. That's the only thing that will make you to cover that by February. So that by March, all you are doing is only solve past question. Anybody that comes with topic, you say, no, I'm done with that topic. Even if you are staying in the class, you just to refresh your mind. Your target will not be, let me solve past question. By the time you solve up to 5 to 10 years back past question, tell me the demon in your village that will make you not to pass that exam. Now, who born the demon? Sometimes we pray for so many things that doesn't exist. I'm telling you, so many things we call the devil are simple imagination. I'm telling you. Many of you believe that only December time, this period, now there were a lot of accidents and there are no bad news. I mean, things are happening. And some of you believe it because in Ember month, the devil is out to do cause catastrophe. I mean, can I tell you that no special demon is created in Ember month? Do you think only Ember month? Ekwensu ejekwa temde okage le cage. Demon on your one room, on your 2 place. You understand? And what is such a thing? The only thing that happened, one, is people's imagination. Do you know that your imagination has the capability to attract things in your life? I'm going to tell you the process at the time I'm going to talk about the mind. You understand? In a accident and you are in the same vehicle with this woman, you are thinking of accident and this person is behind us. I hope that this driver and the driver herself is also talking about the accident. All of you in the same vehicle thinking about the same thing. Send information in the realm of the spirits in that magnitude of thought. You will attract accidents to that vehicle. As a man thinks in his heart, so he is. Let me write them. Guide your heart with all diligence, because out of it, out of it comes what? The issues of life. What is issue? Talk to me. Issue means problem. You can check your dictionary. You understand? So out of it comes the problems of life. And maybe also good things also come from the heart. So if you don't guide it and you think about it all the time, you come bring it to reality. Abraham speaketh of those things that be not as though they were. He doesn't have a child, but he thought as if he have a child, and he have you the universe. Your thought life. That's a topic for another day. What I'm saying is that there is no special demon in Ember month. When you don't do what you're supposed to do, you increase your prayer points. But when you do what you're supposed to do, your prayer point reduces. Do you understand me? There's no point. Somebody who have not prepared himself for exam, go to exam and say, God, please make me to pass this exam. Any demon that will make me not to fail this exam, Holy Ghost fire. Even in the child, there is no corresponding knowledge in your brain to bring about that exam success. You understand me? So you must get the preparation so that you can now pray and say, oh Father, please help me to remember all I've read. You understand? That one is easier to answer. God will help you to remember what you've already read. There's no point. You have never opened linear expansivity in physics. And God will just from nowhere now put the formula in your head. It doesn't work that way. God is a God of principle. Do you understand? He's a God of principle. So I want you to know that the future you're going to enjoy is the one you prepare for. And it all talks about goal setting. And I want to stop here. Goal setting is important in our life. Without a goal, Life is meaningless without a goal. You are just like a wheelbarrow. You can only move to the point where other people push you. If you don't have a goal, you do not have a destination. If you don't have a goal, you don't know who to follow and who not to follow. When you don't have a goal, you are likely going to take anything that comes your way. A life with a goal has a direction, and a life with a goal knows what he wants. And when you begin to do that, I want to tell you, you are going to see exponential growth in your life. Thank you so much. Keep succeeding. Let's meet again next week.